Yo guys, what's up? It's Inflexxius. Today we're playing Jax versus Viego top. So we're sitting in the front bush here, so we can maybe get a good E trade on the Viego here. There we go, we proc his bone plating, we land the stun, and now we need to keep some distance from this Viego. His Q is up, our E is on cooldown. We don't want to be tanky Q trades while our E is on cooldown, right? So we're just going to give him some space, and we don't want him to be landing these auto attacks after his Qs, right? Because those do a really decent amount of damage. We don't want to be tanking free damage. We back out there, and now we can walk diagonally here actually to get another trade on the Viego with our E. He walks back into us, so we're going to land another auto attack and then disengage immediately. Because again, our E's on cooldown, his Q's are up. Now, we want to hit level 2 about the same time he does, so I'm going to walk to the other side of the lane here and just keep auto attacking minions. He hits level 2, but we're about to hit level 2 anyway, so we can jump onto him here and trade back on him. Because his W is on cooldown, and that's the main way he disengages from our E. However, here comes Kindred. And it looks like our Fiddlesticks got invaded by the Kindred. I didn't even notice. I was too focused on trading with the Viego here, right? So that's my bad, but still it works out fine. So at this point though, we kind of have to completely sack our lane prior, right? Because Viego's level 3, he's got a big wave, so we can't really contest him very much. This is probably going to have to crash. We'll see, maybe we can get something done, but more likely than not, this is just going to crash into our tower. So we're just going to collect the CS under tower here. The CS that we can. I really want this cannon. I'm going to use my E to block the Viego auto attack there, because I'm going to have to play out this bounce, right? Viego's probably going to recall here, and then I'm going to have to play out this bounce where with whatever health I have, right? Now Viego's kind of chasing after the Fiddlesticks, the fake Fiddlesticks there, and he combos me under tower, and here's Kindred, but you know what? I can actually just stun the Viego here and just keep beating on him, and he goes down to the tower. I go into the bush here. I come back here to see if maybe I can burst on the Kindred, but no such luck, and that was honestly not greatly played by me. After we killed the Viego, what I definitely should have done was just keep kiting upwards into bushes and stalling for my E. And if I did that, I could probably have stalled for my E and then either lived or killed the Kindred. But my brain just kind of malfunctioned. But that's fine, we TP mid lane here. Garaleo is top lane collecting that wave. So we might as well TP mid here and collect this wave ourselves, right? That way it's more farm overall for our team, right? That way neither of us really misses out on farm. Now we want to try to shove this wave in so that Galio can come back to a good lane state. And we want to do it while trading with the Sylas as little as possible, because any damage we take from him, we're going to have to keep when we run top lane here, right? So we do manage to crash the wave here, good stuff, and now we can run up top lane here. And Galio managed to do the same. It looks like he managed to crash the wave as well, so we come back to a decent wave state as well. Really good stuff. Because if we don't shove the wave out there, Galio has to come back to a frozen lane, and it just becomes a disaster, right? So we have to get that wave in. Now, we're back here with the Viego. Jump on him, Q alt to W, back out. If he W's back into us, we use our E to follow up, trade, back out. He walks back in on us, we auto W him. We're willing to mess with him here, he's in our minion wave. We get a melee creep between us and him, so that if he tries to W, he will W into a minion, and then we jump on him after he flashes. What we want to be doing is basically Q auto Wing onto the Viego for a strong short trade, and then disengage. He might Q auto us back, but we will win the trade anyway. The reason why we don't jump on him with E is because he can just disengage with his W, right? He can just tap his W, and the dash from his W is enough to get him out of our E range. But if he W's back into us, then we can use our E to extend the trade a bit and, you know, beat him up with an E trade, like we did there. Now, we're coming back to a wave state here that we probably won't be able to freeze. The wave is a bit too big. So we're just going to have to collect it. We're just going to collect it here. Viego also hit 6, so if we tried to fight him in there, it would possibly have ended very, very bad. Just horribly. So we see Kindred bot side. We don't have to worry about her for a little bit. Oh, and they get a double kill bot side. That's not ideal, but it is fine. Oh, and Galio's getting ganked. Oh no, by Nautilus. So there's some action going on in mid lane. Fiddlesticks goes in as well. Okay, Galio comes out of it. Fine, fair enough. Now we're gonna slow push this wave back. And basically just stack a wave, secure the crash. We see Sylas in topside river. We see Kindred's probably doing dragon over there.
Sword and shield, beast or fate.
So we're looking to trade on this Viego if he lets us, but if he doesn't, we don't want to go too aggressively on him because we will lose minions, right? Fight going on at the Void Grubs here, we can rotate over. We're going to lose some minions here, but this is such a... We're so likely to actually get something out of this fight because the enemy team's committing so hard. So we walk in, land the double stun, land the double ult, and we get to end the Void Grubs. Sick. So we lost a few minions for that, but that fight was very likely secured, right? Even though the wave state wasn't good, that the enemy team was committing so hard to that fight that it was unlikely they were going... It was unlikely we weren't going to get anything out of that, right? Now we're just going to crash this wave here. And take ourselves a reset. We're floating a bunch of gold, right? We have a bit of a lead on this Viego, so maybe we can turn this into a freeze on the bounce back here. After spending all that gold, right? The other reason we reset there is because we don't really want to be laning versus Viego for a little bit here because our ult is on cooldown, right? We used it on that fight. And so being at an ult deficit is risky for us. We can just kind of skip a decent period of time where our ult is on cooldown by just recalling there, right? So that way we don't have to interact with him while our ult is on cooldown and his ult is up. So I'm gonna jump onto him here, Q ult to W, and I'm checking to see if he will maybe W away. He just doesn't. He just doesn't W away there, which is quite weird to me. I'm just checking responses. So we jump in, we W him, and then we step back behind our minions. And we might actually be able to kill him here. Q ult to W, use our E, release the stun, and auto attack him and finish him off. Really nice. He could have ulted earlier to get out of that and survive, right? But even if he did that, it would have still been really fine for us. So we're just going to hard shove the wave here. We're a bit chunked out, and we have gold to spend. So we could have turned that into a freeze, but I'd rather clear the wave here to get the extra gold to have a stronger back. And... just recover my resources, right? And actually, you know what? I need a plate there for my Triforce, right? Triforce is right there, and we have TP, so even though it's going to delay our back going for that plate, we don't lose out on losing out of that tempo, right? We don't lose out on being behind in that tempo, the tempo that it costs us to push for that plate, because we can just TP back. Now, because if we don't go for that plate, we would be able to walk back to lane and not lose anything. But, you know, then we wouldn't get our Triforce, and I think getting the Triforce is worth it for the trade-off being the TP. So now we're very strong, right? We have a very massive power spike here, and we can turn this into a freeze to deny the Viego. Now we see Viego mid lane. So he's just losing out on XP here. If you can set up a freeze, then it's a really good way to get a lead early during the lane. Now we still don't know where Viego is. But that's fine. Okay, well he's mid lane now, so he's ganking our Galio with the Nautilus. And at this point I'm just going to shove, I guess, because maybe I can take a plate for Viego having roamed mid. Galio seeming a bit upset at having gotten ganked, but we saw Viego mid lane and he wasn't coming back top lane, so... But it's fine. We're going to now full focus on getting this wave in. Maybe we can take a plate here. Nah, Viego gets back in time. Sad. Oh wow, this tower hates me. Okay, fair enough. Let's just shove the wave in here. Maybe there's some honey fruit in the river or something. I don't really want to recall because I'm not floating enough gold. Just checking up there to see if how many minions he's cleared, because that plate was getting very low and I was a bit worried that I was going to lose it. So we're going to go over here, clear this crab. Give it to the fill sticks here. Be nice to your junglers. I don't want to give him this minion for free. If I can punch him for it, I want to, right? So we managed to land a Q ult to W onto him there. Next fool to ask about my face. And we're just going to kind of let this wave push towards us here. Some fighting going on over here, but it looks like we're fine there. Yeah, the enemy team's disengaging there, so I don't need to move. And I can just set up a freeze here. deny the Viego some more, right?
These old bones haven't failed me yet.
Because if he walks up, we can just kill him, right? So he can't really walk up, we can zone him out of XP and gold like this. We see Kindred's bot side again, ganking our Aphelios. Most of the enemy team is bot side, actually. So if Viego shows top, we know we can jump on him freely, because he has no backup. Except we see Viego bot side, so, okay, because he's on the opposite side of the map, we should be able to shove this wave in, and take at least one plate.
You could go for a boiled egg right about now.
So let's come over here and start beating on the tower a bit. And Viego actually TP's in. So at this point I'm just going to jump on the Viego, combo him a bit.
Learned every weapon, tested every ability.
Shove the wave in here because the trade there chunked the wave out a bit, and also shoving the wave there, I can probably force a plate off this Viego, right? So trading on him there and shoving the wave is fine because I can force a plate off here. Nautilus comes out of the bush and just ults me. I use my E to prevent potential damage from the Viego. Morgana just black shields me. Now, Galio wants to go in, but I'm very low on mana, so I don't actually want to do this fight, but Morgana goes in, so I guess we're going for it. So we get the Nautilus, Galio CC locks the Kindred, that we can get her as well, good stuff. And fair enough. We didn't even have mana to Q there, but it works out, I guess. So at this point, we're floating a lot of gold. We can sell our Arionian boots, work towards our Spear of Shojin here. I really want a lot of ability haste. I really want a short cooldown on my E for all their auto attackers, right? So Spear seems like the play here. Now we TP top lane here to, one, catch the wave, otherwise we would lose these minions, right? But the other thing is that Herald is spawning soon. So I want to be applying pressure top side here. I want to be in position to hard shove this next wave as well, so that we can have prio for Herald. We see Viego clearing our ward there, so maybe we can even take this tower if he's too slow to get back and defend. Except we're getting ganked, so I'm gonna run into the bush here. I'm just stalling for my team, right? Viego lands a W, we use our E. I try to jump on the Kindred here, but she gets too far away. And you know what? We're so strong that I'm just going to jump in even without the E. And bonk one more W and keep beating on the Viego, red buff. And he flashes away, so we have to leave. Okay, so that's really good. We get a flash, we get a kill, really nice stuff. And that should secure Herald. So I'm gonna shove another wave here. Maybe I can even take the tower. I'm not in the best shape to fight, but Viego would probably have recalled. Kindred's not top side, we killed her, right? And we see the other two mid lane. And then we see Vayne bot side, so there's nobody here that can stop us from taking this tower. Now I'm going to recall here because teams should have the Herald secure there, and even if they didn't, I'm in no position to fight right now, right? I'm almost out of mana, I'm almost out of health. Okay, so the Vayne dives our Aphelios and goes 1 for 1, fair enough. So I'm gonna go straight to Dragon here, because I'm feeling really strong, and I feel like I can just run over team fights, right? So I just want to run straight to Dragon and secure it quickly. And we see Kindred on our Raptors, actually, so I'm actually gonna just ward hop over here and pop with Ghost immediately, and just go for her. She got her ult off, fair enough, we'll drop everybody else though, can't kill Kindred right now anyway. Okay, hit Kindred, use our ultimate, start beating on the Silas, get him as well. Good stuff. And that secures Dragon, right? We get 3 of them. And I'm absolutely willing to blow my Ghost instantly to secure that play, right? Getting their Kindred there, it's the jungler, right? So getting the Kindred there secures the Dragon. And I'm willing to blow my summoners to secure objectives, right? So we get the Dragon here, and maybe we can get more. Kindred's still dead for a while, so maybe there's a camp up. Maybe there's a blue buff up. Oh, there is. So I'm just going to take as much as I can off that one team fight, right? We get the Dragon, but we can get a little bit more, and I'm willing to take this blue buff here, because blue buff on Jax is really nice, right? So now we can recall, we have our Spear of Shojin, nice power spike.
Your team has destroyed.
And I'll actually get a pink here as well, because pink's really useful in the split push, right? Gives you extra vision, and it's also in emergency an extra ward hop, right? In case you need another one. In case you run out of trinkets. And I'm just gonna run straight back down to bot lane here. Grab the red buff first though. Again, red buff also really nice on Jax. And I'm going to hover here, maybe try to find a play, right? We see the Silas is extending there, right? So I'm going to ward hop over there to dodge the scuttle, and then I'm going to just kind of go with the Silas here. But they're looking to make a play on our Ophelia, so I'm going to come in here, barely dodge the Nautilus hook, and try to get this Kindred here. So we're going to jump on her head here. She flashes, and we lose our ult stand. So I'm going to back out here because there's 4 of them. I'm a bit scared, right? But Galio is one-shotting this Nautilus, actually. And Silas is 1 HP. I didn't even see that, so I'm going to go in here and just finish him off. Alright, good stuff, fair enough. My bad, I should have committed with the Galio a bit harder there. I was a bit scared because there were 4 of them bot side, but I didn't see that Silas was in 1 HP, and I didn't really notice the Morgana walking up. So, those being factors, I should have stayed in and helped. Now here we can just take the tier 2 tower. Alright, sick. So I'm gonna back off here, and I'm gonna start channeling my recall, but I don't actually want to recall here, because I'm getting my resources back from the buffs, right? And I don't really have a good buy, so I don't really feel like there is a point in recalling me right now. So I'd rather just stay here and keep farming, collect a bit of extra CS here, and keep the wave shoved in for our team, so that we can apply pressure with it. So we shove this wave in here, Viego has to deal with that. And then maybe we can look for a play mid lane somewhere. At least cover our Aphelios and our Morgana while they do their thing. Silas is going in, looking to make some sort of play. I'm hovering here, I've got their backs if they need me. But no, I guess... Or no, they're going in, actually. So I'm gonna start channeling my ear, try to jump on the Vayne, but she disengages. But Aphelios gets her anyway, fair enough. I'm just gonna come in here, help them push this wave out so that they can back off if they want to. And then I'm gonna run bot lane here. Keep that wave shoved in, keep the pressure on.
Might have to make another heroic.
Actually, Aphelios is coming down here. Maybe we can jump on him. Oh, I can jump. No, he backed away as soon as I started casting my E. That sucks. He was almost in Q range. So we're gonna just jump on him, beat on him here. Here's Kindred, but she gets feared by the Fiddlesticks, and that's just that. The moment she gets hit by that fear, she's just done. There's no way. So I'm gonna come down here, keep this wave shoved in, keep the pressure on. So that we can always have first move and always have first rotation, right? So, now that Viego has to come deal with this bot wave here, we can maybe come mid lane here and take this tower. We have the numbers advantage and the tower is low, so we might be able to just force it off. Except they don't even bother defending it, so fair enough, right? So we're just going to come back here and shove this wave out again and keep the pressure on. Continue to keep the pressure on. And we see a fight kind of starting over in topside jungle. So I'm just going to shove that wave in there, and then I'm going to TP here with this really nice TP flank ward. So we're going to come in here, and I don't even think they see me. So I'm just going to sit in this bush and wait for them. Jump on the Kindred, stun the Silas. Galio coming in, and it actually hits Silas right on the edge. That's so brutal for him, and then we just CC lock him and kill him. That's so brutal. Now I'm going to come over here, shove the wave, and... honestly, we could probably just, yeah, let's just do Baron off of this. Baron is absolutely secured. 4 of them are dead. There's no way they can contest it.
Boldness is earned, win after win.
So we come in here. I put a pink in the pit just in case the Kindred tries for something, right? Just 100% to secure the Baron here. Because it would just be a real shame if I was greedy with my pink and then it gets stolen, right? Like, that would just be so sad. And honestly, they're full of auto-attackers, so I kind of just want more ability haste for shorter E cooldowns. Yeah, honestly, I'll just get a Summoned Sky. Gives ability haste, gives extra burst to be able to one-shot their squishies faster, which is something I'm really looking for this game. Generally speaking, I most often go Sterax third. It's just really good general item Sterax, but I want to try the Summoned Sky this game. So we're just going to run straight down to the dragon here again. And just, you know... secure it, because we're just so strong in these team fights, right? We even see Silas top lane, so we should be able to just secure this dragon. We can actually walk over here to cut off the enemy team. I'm gonna pop my ghost here to get that extra movement speed. Combo the Kindred here, and we just freaking 2-tap her. And we have the black shield on us actually, so Vayne can't even condemn us away, so we can just jump on her and murder her as well. There's no way. And we can maybe push this tower here. We can probably push this tower here. Viego's top side. So there's only two of them, right? There's only the Silas and the Nautilus to stop us. And they really, really can't. So we just force this tower off here if we get the inhibitor here. And now we can play for the mid tower. We have Baron, right? So it's going to be even... It's just going to be super hard for them to clear the waves as well. On top of everything.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I'm just going to hover here, look for the play, but maybe just to force the tower here. And Fiddlesticks lands a really nice R-engage. We follow up on it, land the stun, and we jump on the Vayne. She flashes the Galio. Galio lands a taunt on the Kindred though. And we can just follow up on the CC on her and just finish her off.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. An ally has been slain.
And here we just beat on the Nexus towers. We could try to get the Vayne and the Nautilus, but I don't play that game. I would rather just push for the end. So we're just gonna beat on the Nexus here. And yeah, that's that. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope to see you in the next one.